Hey y'all, it's Sam Serious, another tutorial, and this one is definitely a good one to go over because you will be wanting to be pushing towards making chrome for HV tier, and one of the solid ways of getting chrome is pretty much rubies. Now, I'm not just talking about any ruby, I'm talking about rubies that you find in the redstone veins in the overworld. Not the Twilight Forest rubies. You ain't going to get any of the chrome out of those kind of rubies. Only through the rubies that you get through the redstone veins. I just want to make that important distinction, so this way there's no confusion in regards to that. But yeah, you're able to get chrome out of rubies, and there's two ways of doing that. You're able to, one, electrolyze 6 pieces of ruby for 1 piece of chrome dust, or you can electrolyze 1 ruby dust worth of content to, not electrolyze. You can also centrifuge about a ruby's worth of fluid to get a 50% chance of getting a chrome dust out of that. So with the electrolyzer, you're able to have you're for sure able to get a piece of chrome at the cost of 6 pieces of rubies, while you're able to get ruby, versus having the ability to get rubies at a 50% chance, costing 1 piece of ruby dust, essentially. So, with this advanced chrome processing, you have almost 3 times the chance to get more chrome dust. I ain't going to go through electrolysis process much with this, but you are able to, we'll go over the whole advanced ruby processing, and it's actually a good way of getting aluminum too as well. So, as always, the old-fashioned electrolyzer will, salt being converted into sodium and chloride and chlorine, which you can then just go through the chemical reactor again to get hydrogen and sodium hydroxide. This is important for the chrome process, for the advanced chrome processing here. You can then turn the hydrogen that the chemical reactor makes into hydrochloric acid, simply mixing chlorine with hydrogen. Hydrochloric acid will come handy at the end, and be pretty much be putting it through the mixers. Now, here's a quick and easy setup for ore processing. A macerator will power 2 ore washing plants for rubies. I'd recommend just doing 2 at a time like that. This way you're making effective use of all the turbines. Like, I got 3 MV turbines powering 6 machines here. The ore washing plants would take about half an amp. The macerator about 8 EUs. The combination of all of these will be almost 3 amps worth of MV power. So, the ruby dust going in there. The reason why I would recommend processing the ruby ore into dust through the ore washing plant is that the ore washing plant does yield a chance of producing chrome through the rubies. So this will add more to the chrome output. So you can have all this being redirected out into like 3 drawers. I recommend 3 drawers unless you have an advanced filter system. These 3 drawers will then produce purified ruby ores, stone dust, and and chrome. The ruby dust you can just feed through a advanced mixer with the tiny pods of sodium hydroxide dust. All those 2 together, with hydrochloric acid will produce the ruby juice, which you can then centrifuge a bucket's worth of ruby juice to produce chrome at a 50% chance and a fair amount of aluminum actually. Let me go over its use real quick. So the centrifuge process with ruby juice will produce 3 aluminum hydroxide dust, with half chance of getting chrome and a small chance of getting iron dust, vanadium dust, and magnesium dust. Also, too, the stone that you get from the ore washing plant, you can just send the stone over to the centrifuges to process them down into other metals that can get further output from this. And on top of that, you can centrifuge marble to get even more metals, especially calcite. Calcite ain't, I don't think calcite is a metal, but calcite is, I'd recommend that for being able to produce wet concrete for your clean room. Anyhow, backtrack a bit. How's the tiny pile of sodium hydroxide dust being produced? Simple. Auto workbenches. 2 of these will sustain 2 MV advanced mixers. And what's nice about these auto workbenches? They don't require power and they're cheap. All you gotta do is just specify the recipe and have them supplied, and they'll produce tiny piles of the sodium hydroxide dust necessary to have the advanced mixers going. And you will need 2 for sure, because one will eventually run out of the hydroxide dust because of the increased consumption versus what those autocrafters can do. So that's something to take into account with, but yeah. This is pretty much how you get chrome and a whole bunch of other things out of rubies. Something I do note, when I was processing this, 2 electrolyzers were running at peak capacity, which pretty much is telling me that I only need 2 electrolyzers to keep up with everything. And plus 2, not that you need to do this, but should you ever run out of sodium hydroxide dust, you can route sodium hydroxide to another spot, from another spot to here too as well. Something that I'll probably be exploring around a little bit before I get a ME system in HV is that I'll probably be creating a pipe network of sort that shares certain resources all across, that from multiple sources that are overproducing certain resources, just for the sake of making sure that everything is able to keep producing. That's at least a theory that's working through my head. For a moment, that will require some experimentation, and it's quite work in progress. That's something I'll explore around in the future, but the important thing is I've showed y'all the necessary steps for ruby processing. For chrome processing. The better way. Because you can potentially get more chrome out of this than through an electrolyzer. Anyways, y'all, hope this was helpful. If I wasn't clear or have anything in detail more expressed out, I'd be willing to do so. All I gotta do is just ask a question and I'll help whenever I can. Anyways, y'all take care, and I wish y'all a fantastic day. Bye.